Hi, this is Alexandra with Spiritual Healing Therapy, and in this video we're going to learn how to safely connect to Source using a pendulum. Alright, so let's begin, shall we? Awesome. So if you want, you can go to my website and download this free PDF of a format of how to safely connect to Source. Okay, we call that connection refresh. Connection refresh, connection to Source, creator of all it is, refreshing this connection because you've always been and you're always connected to Source. But we do have angels, masters, beings of sorts around us. We don't see them. Some of us feel them. It's always a skill we can develop and clear for us to be more sensitive to what's in the room. So it's not every soul's desire to come and incarnate and feel everything in the room. Regardless, when you pick up a pendulum, you could be channeling anything, literally. And that does not always feel safe. I've also had experience myself channeling entities, and I will tell you more about that and why it's so important for you to really understand that there is a certain protocol to maybe follow for you to feeling in really good connection with Source in a safe manner. So this is free for you. Please share it to everybody, okay? Anyone that wants to connect to Source. And you can use a necklace, a bracelet, anything that's gonna dangle like this. So you can use a car key if you're in a car, you can use your necklace, you can have a pendulum, anything that dangles and capture energy. The longer you keep the chain, the longer the response is gonna be. It's just physics. The closer you hold it, the faster you're gonna get a response. It's a form of kinesiology, muscle testing. So it's an extension of you. You will notice as you become one with your pendulum, the more and more you use it, okay? So there's a few signals that we want to teach you that are pretty much universals. And then, so the first one here is, you see it's going front, back, like that, right? Do you see that? So that it's like telling me it's waiting for me to do something. We would call that a working signal. It's just working. Everything is working, right? So when you go to my website and you download this PDF for free, and all you have to do is really read it. And I'm going to show it to you how we're going to do it. We can do it together, and then you can play this video over and over until you really get it and you really become one with this understanding. Everything is an intention, so it's more about the intention that you bring in. So you really want to understand what's happening here and what is the intention behind. Not so much about the words. So if you speak another language and you want to translate it, do it, okay? If it makes you more comfortable to speak in your own language, just translate it with your own language and share it with all the people in your country, because connecting to spirit should be a universal access. And unfortunately, we cannot just pick up the pendulum and start channeling. We need to do a little something, okay? So I'm going to show you here. So if you want to follow along, to go to my website, print this. I also show you a protocol to do the clearing if you wanted to do. And then also give you here a chart where you can see where's your connection. So I'm going to show you how to use this chart, and you can see, you know, you'd be channeling maybe your angels or something extra in the room. You would find that out from that. And then, you know, a checklist for you to go through, and also for you to, maybe if you wanted to create your own chart. Okay, so let's go over the paperwork that I have for you for free on the website. You can download them at any time, and you can use a pendulum of your choice. It doesn't have to be crystal. It can be plastic. It can be anything you want. Even a car key is fine. I've myself had used one time a headset to do a clearing. Okay, so it's a quick intervention if you need to. This connection refresh is going to recenter you and reconnect you back to source, and you could feel a lot better instantly. Sometimes it doesn't take that much. And so what we're going to do is that we're going to hold on a pendulum, and we know that when it goes like in a spin like this, we're going to call that a clearing signal. Okay, so we have our working signal and our clearing signal. Okay, so the more you use your pendulum, the more you're going to realize this is all about a communication tool. It's not like anything else other than for you to communicate and receive an information from the tool. Okay, so I'm going to read the lines. Okay, and what I want to be in communication with my tool here. And when my tool is going to go into this spin movement, I'm going to acknowledge, I'm going to have the information, oh, it's doing something. Okay, I don't want to be caught up into like it's doing something and then, oh wow, it's doing something, right? We don't want to get any caught up in space longevity, because time and space just technically does not exist, right? Everything happened in zero time, so to speak. So we can, the minute we see it's taking too long, we can give a little information like, okay, show me when you're done, or, all right, come on, let's clear it. You know, like give a signal that you understand it was a heavy thing to clear. All right, it's taking forever. Let's move on. Okay, good. Let's do it in zero time. You can say something like that, okay? So, and you go through the lines, all right, all the way down, and each time it's giving you a circle. You wait a little bit, and then you get the feeling, you get the information. It's a tool communication, and then you're like, okay, show me when you're done, and we go on to the next line. So how does it look? Okay, so, and please comment and ask as many questions as you need, and we'll make more video to answer your question. Let's make this a universal access for everybody, right? So whoever has a pendulum can safely connect to spirit. Okay, and so here we are. And I'm going to say, please reset my ego and heart to neutrality. Well, I didn't do anything here. You see, that just means it was already done. Okay, so we're just going to go on to the next line. Please clear and eradicate me and my high self team. Raise all to the highest level of consciousness and clear to accept all new download and information now. Very nice. So now we're ready for the next line. Clear all negative energies, portals, openings, interferences, dark arts, and everything else, please. Create a safe and sacred space now, please. Very nice. And you may feel the shift as you go through the step. It's giving me the working signal. Clear any addiction, energy, defensive block, self-punishment, self-sabotage, and fears. As you notice, this was already done. So it doesn't show me a communication of clearing. It's saying, okay, we got it. Clear me of any block or any attachment. It's already done. Please clear me of any block to receiving energy healing now, to clear me to be open to all possibilities. Wonderful. Please clear any extras, any cords, any possessions, any influences, and all hidden. Thank you. Apply an infinite shield to the full spectrum of my being now. Very nice. All right, so you can see that would be what we call a connection refresh. I would have gone through my 9 points here, use my pendulum to give me the signal I'm ready for the next line. I'm ready for the next line, okay? And then once you've done that, if you are you've practiced a lot and you've done a lot of clearing and you do clearing on other people, then at this point, that's when you would be allowed to start asking if you can work with another soul. So at this point, you would ask permission to another soul if they want to work with you, and if you have a contract with them, to clear them at this point. It might be a timing thing, or right, so we want to get a yes. And so this point, because you did the connection refresh and you're in connection to source, it is safe to take these charts that you can download, right? And if you place your pendulum on the center dot, right, and you ask, who am I speaking with? You should always be speaking with high self spirit. Okay? Spirit, source, high self. It's all one big, beautiful energy connected to you, to your highest good. Okay? We're not saying other beings does not have that, but we're just saying in source energy, we are connected to the big boss, right? So from source, everything comes down. Angels work for source. Masters works for source. Everything goes back to source. That's why we call it source. So connecting to source, and then everything will be delegated to the appropriate being that needs to apply the healing for you. It is not for your responsibility to figure that out. So by just connecting to source all the time, then you allow whatever healing that needs to happen, right? So in this chart, you can come here and say, okay, Spirit, please show me. Who am I speaking with, right? Where is my connection? Or what is my connection? Or who am I connected to, right? So let's say you get angel, other being. That's okay. You just say, okay, clear. I just want to talk to my high self, spirit source, please. Please show me who am I speaking with. And then you get spirit source, high self. And you keep saying, please clear. I want to speak. This is a moment of empowerment and authority between you and the realm, and showing into clearing any block in the way of you connected to source. Okay, so here you are showing up your connection. With my connection, spirit source. When you get this connection, that's mean you are in connection to source, right? You've done your connection refresh, and now you are ready to do a healing or a clearing on someone. Also, now that you know you're connected to your high self, source, spirit, you can say, if you never work with a pendulum, you can say, hey, Spirit, now that I'm connected to you, please show me what my yes, meaning me and you, Spirit, we're going to communicate and we're going to be one, right? So show me my yes. So my yes is the same as the working signal. That's just for me, okay? Everybody's different. Maybe your yes is a spin clockwise or counterclock, or it's even, I've seen people having yes like this. Okay, there's nothing universal. As long as it makes sense to you, what is your yes? Okay, it's between you and Spirit and no one else. Okay, so you say, please, Spirit, show me my yes. And I want you to make sure that you understand that before you say, please show me my yes, you've done your connection refresh and you have made sure you connected to Spirit, right? And so when you've done that, you say, okay, Spirit, please show me my yes. And so that would be my yes. And then you would say, please show me my no. My no are the same as the clearing signal. So everything is in context, right? So all in context, you would know if your pendulum is telling you yes, or if it's a clearing signal, if it's a no. There is all kind of ways that the pendulum spirit can communicate through you. A no could be like this, okay? A no could be a counterclock, like no, okay? A yes could be a spin as well, a clearing signal, or it could be a working signal. Anything goes as long as it makes sense to you, and then you can work with it. Okay, so we want you to utilize this yes signal, because at some point, once you've done the 1 through 9 step of your connection refresh, then you can say, Spirit, thinking of someone in mind. You can ask for a soul in need that wants to come in without even knowing their name. You can ask, maybe you want to help your mother, maybe you want to help your sister. So you would just intentionally hold that space and say, may I work with you? Can I work with you? Can I work with this soul? And you would say the name of the soul. However, you want to intentionally ask the soul to come in. Would you want to come in and come to clear with me? You can say that, something like that as well. It can just be a thought, an intention. It's about you calling upon the energy of the being and making sure you get permission. You may get a no. It's just not the time for you to do a clearing on this person. There's a timing, there's a contract between you and them. No one is a victim, and there's a free will. So you can't go against free will, and you can try. It doesn't work. It really is a law. You can't go against free will. So you will have to understand the dynamic between you and that soul. And then you would get a yes, you would proceed, okay? So if you get a no, you say something like, it says, no, you can't work with this soul right now. It does not want you to work with this soul. You're getting a no. The next step to do is, is running programs or blocks from allowing love and healing into his space. Then if you get a yes from there, you would say, okay, please, Spirit, can we clear it? Yes. Okay, clear, Spirit, all the blocks in the way of this soul, this person, to receive love and healing. Because we only have good intention, and again, we cannot do wrong because we cannot go against the free will. Our intention is only good, and the minute your ego or something comes in the way, usually the pendulum start acting up. So you want to pay attention to those cues. Remember, it is your communication. The minute you're not feeling answers from your pendulum, you know that there's interferences or something. So say, clear any interferences. Okay, reconnect me to source. Okay, always being in that space, right? So here, can I talk to this soul? No. Can I clear this soul? No. Is the soul has block or something running, something blocking this poor soul to receive love and healing? Yes. Can we clear them? Yes. Okay. So please clearing them. And then you would ask again, can I work with this soul? And then you would get a yes. If you still get a no, okay, you leave it alone. It's not the time. And then you can ask, is it because it's a timing? Yes, it's just not the time. Yes. Okay, so you leave it alone. It's just not the time. If the person is asking you to do a clearing, it's a lot differently because they're already coming from an awareness. But if you hear providing healing on someone that you know would benefit the healing, you always want to ask permission, okay? Once you get permission, you can say, we are one. Please clear this soul and connect this soul to source now. Please reset the soul ego, so you would use the name of the person, and heart to neutrality. Please clear and educate this soul and this soul high self team. Rise all to the highest level of consciousness and clear to accept all new downloaded information. Clear all negative energy, portals, opening interferences, dark art, everything else to create a safe space, sacred space now, please. Clearing the addiction, energy, defensive blocks, self-punishment, self-sabotage, and fear. As you can see here, we are prepped to work, and I'm not in particular clearing anyone, and I'm not calling upon any souls. I just want to show you the motion of how we would go. Can we call upon a soul for an example for this audience, please, Spirit? Yes. So we say, we are one. Please clear the soul here and connect into the source now. Thank you. Please reset the soul, ego, and hearts to neutrality. Thank you. Please clear and medicate this soul and this high self team now. Very nice. Raise all to the highest level of consciousness and clear to accept all new download and information onto this soul now. Very nice. Clear all negative energy portals, opening interferences, dark arts, and everything else. Create a safe and sacred space now, please, Spirit. Thank you. Clear any addiction, energy, defensive blocks, self-punishment, self-sabotage, and fears for this soul now, please. I felt like this soul really needed it right now, so very nice. Thank you. Please clear this soul of any block and any attachment. Very nice. Clear this soul of any blocks to receive energy healing now. Clear this soul to be open to all possibilities. Very nice. Clear this soul of any extras, any cords, any possession, any influences, and all hidden. Apply an infinite shield to the full spectrum of this soul being now. Thank you. And so now you would know that you are connected to someone else's soul, and you would be in someone else's energy. So this takes a big responsibility. And personally, I thought I could do that when I first did my reconnection refresh 11 years ago. I came back from an SRT class, and I just thought I could clear someone else to help them because I had really good intention. I just wasn't ready yet. So that's my little 2 cents here. Is just work with your energy a lot first. And when you feel ready that you've been working with your energies, start working with someone else's energy. But, work with yours first. And that would be my 2 cents. Obviously, do whatever you want. I personally experienced a lot of interferences, and I wasn't ready. And my pendulum was going crazy, and I couldn't get any answer properly. And I just literally start freaking out, put my pendulum down. And I'm like, oh my God, all right. So this is a real thing, okay? You're talking to other beings out there. You're talking to source energy. It's a powerful force, which you are part of it too. But this human body only uses 10% of its brain. So there's so much things that we don't know yet, okay? So be aware that you're entering a world, that requires an awareness here for you. And so, get acquainted with your pendulum. At the beginning I would have a table to make sure I was not the one moving the pendulum, and I've evolved, right? So let yourself evolve, right? Let yourself become one with that pendulum if it's not already is. And this is just, an add-on to your protocols and things like that. So wherever you're at in life, here you have the tools to connect safely to spirit. And if you wanted to take this further, bring healing or clearing of any sort to another soul. So that is for your connection refresh, okay? And then I want you to know that here you can make charts, okay? You can even write people's name here of your family member or friends, of people that you care for, and then come here and be like, Spirit, who needs healing today? If the whole world was doing healing, it would be in such a beautiful consciousness, right? On the mass level. So it starts with you, right? So here, who am I speaking with? Myself. Okay, great. Who should get a clearing today? Oh, me. Oh, okay, never mind. Or maybe it should be, oh, my sister. Okay, great. I'm going to help my sister today. You see? And we want to always make sure we're connecting to source throughout any healing that you do. If you do use the pendulum, make sure you're always saying that you're connected to source, okay? Always make sure that your ego is neutral. You don't want your ego, your 2 cents to be in the way. Okay, so, and then the last thing also is that you want to call upon your highest consciousness here, okay? And you see I put numbers for you here from 0 to 100. Or you can ask yes or no, but you always want to make sure your ego and your heart is neutral. And then you would be also asking yes or no, and my consciousness is at the highest level. Once you check those 3 things, you know you're good, right? You know you can really help someone, and you're not coming with ego, you're not coming with a low consciousness, you've checked yourself, right? And so, you know, to any clearing or any healing in the world, there's an intro, the middle part, which is the healing itself, and then we need to close the session, right? So here we have our connection refresh. You do the healing however you know, right? We can use many different healing once we've connected to source, right? So connection refresh, connection to source, whatever healing you want. It can be clearing with charts, it can be anything of your choosing. And then the last but not least, you need to have the intention to make sure you seal and complete, okay? And it's very important for you to seal and complete so you can close the door, so to speak, close the can of worms, so to speak, to back to center, make sure everything is back into a neutral place, okay? So you want to say seal and complete, and especially if you're clearing or healing or helping to clear someone else, okay? So you want to say seal and complete at the end of any healing or clearing or whatever that you do, once you've done here a connection refresh. So please let me know if you have questions, anything I can clarify, other videos that we want to make. So please let me know. And also you can go to my website, download and purchase different charts to start playing with them and clearing yourself and other things here that you want to do. You have access now to this connection refresh, and that's it. So please let me know if you have any question, and have a good day. Bye.